At the risk of starting a PC master race versus console peasant war in the comments, today I'm going to be comparing modern console gaming versus PC. Console gaming tends to be the easier, less expensive of the two, but of course, you're sacrificing your FPS and amount of options. You plug in the console power cord and the HDMI or whatever output is necessary, and you basically get to play the game. However, options are limited in terms of visuals when you compare to the visuals associated with PC gaming. It's all a matter of preference. Do you want to sit there and mess with the settings to get your gameplay where you really want it, or not have to worry about any of it and just be able to plug in and go? Is having the higher frames per second even important, or is dealing with the 30 to 60 usually frames per second with that console gaming enough versus the well over 60 that you can get with PC gaming? Most people claim that PC gaming is by far the most expensive of the two, and I'm going to break that down for you in just a bit. If you want the newest and best products of either console or PC gaming, they can really break the bank. Let's start by looking at PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, as they are the newest in their market, and then compare to a mid-range PC gaming build. PlayStation 5s are currently costing upwards of $500, up to $800 for a PlayStation 5 gaming bundle. Now, that may come with an extra controller and a game or two. So everything you need to initially get you started for upwards of $500. Now, you still might need battery packs, an extra controller, the chargers, and of course games, which are around $60 to $70 if you're buying them new. If you're going to upgrade every time a new console system comes out, then you'll be upgrading every few years. And just like everything else, they aren't getting any cheaper. Many times the new console systems will be backwards compatible, so if you have a group of games from the older console, you'll be able to carry them forward. But they don't always have the graphics and features of that of the updated console. And chances are, if you're buying the newest console, you're going to be keeping up with the newest games as well, which puts a $60 price tag on every game. Now, of course, if you're buying them used, you can get them for a discounted price, and or if you're buying them digital only, sometimes there will be sales. But for the most part, it's going to be $60 to $70 each game. Now, if you're playing with an older console, such as an Xbox 360, you can easily find games for $5 to $10 a piece, and many times even less. Something along those lines would definitely be the cheapest option when comparing console or PC gaming, even for a lower range PC build. Now, if you were to go for a lower range PC build, it would be a cheaper option, but I don't think that the price point would thoroughly account for the fact that you're losing a lot of options. Not only will it not even play some games, but the games that it will play are obviously going to be at a graphics and frames per second discount. Now, looking at mid-range PC builds that would knock any 2020 or older console out of the water, but are not by any means top of the line. These are the prices, and we're not including prices for the monitors and the TVs, as either one you use, you're going to have some kind of screen to play it on. For any PC build, you're going to need quite a few components. Or of course, you can buy a pre-built PC, which we'll also look at in a moment. You'll definitely need the basics: the case, the power supply, the motherboards, processors, fans, RAMs, and a storage device, whether it's a hard drive or the more expensive but quicker SSD. And of course, you'll need the graphics card and the accessories such as the keyboard and mouse. Or a controller if you prefer gaming that way, even when you're on a PC. I'm going to give a quick example of a mid-range PC build to kind of do a price point to compare to the consoles. If you're going to build your own PC, then of course you're going to need a processor and a graphics card as two of the main components. So we're going to start by taking a look at the i7-8700K or the Ryzen 5 7600X processors. Either one of these are going to cost $300 or so just to start off. Now you're also going to need a graphics card, so we're going to add in, say, a 1080 Ti or a Radeon RX 6000 Mech Series graphics card, which is going to add another $300 or so. So you've already amounted the cost of getting the new generation of consoles. And that's before adding the case, the fans, the power supply, or the hard drives. After all of that is said and done, you're gonna be well over $900, if not over $1,000 already, and that is at a lower end, plus the keyboard and the mouse to add on to that. Or to buy a mid-range PC already put together, you're still gonna amount of around $1,000 or beyond, depending on the different variables of the different components added into this pre-built PC, and of course where you're getting it from. You can skimp a bit and get lower level components, but then you won't be getting that 60 plus frames per second at 2K to 4K on high settings gaming experience that every PC builder is really striving for. Now, if you want to get a totally high-end, kick-butt, beat all other top-of-the-line PC that will absolutely blow any console out of the water, then you are no longer in the ballpark of price when it comes to anything that we've talked about, and you're going to be hitting well over the $5,000 mark. In the end, it's completely a matter of preference. Personally, I still love playing on my Switch, as it's simple and versatile, but nothing beats the gaming experience of a mid-range or better PC. Nothing beats being able to max out all the options for the visual and graphic effects. Though consoles are always improving, graphics cards are coming out with features to make gaming faster and better. I do see a huge difference from when I play on a console versus on my PC, but I have also spent more on my PC than any one console costs. When it comes to game pricing, either one is pretty evenly matched, because if you use Steam, CD Keys, Kingwin, any of those, you can get discounted digital copies of PC games. But also when you're buying physical console games, you are able to buy them used to get a cheaper price, and they're constantly going on sale. Or if you use an older console, then you're going to get cheaper in games. So we'll call that an even match. But then you have the problem when you're on a console of console exclusives. Many times PlayStation or Xbox exclusive games will come out on the PC, so let's break that down a bit. In order to play any game that comes out, you would need to have the new generation of console: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and OLED Switch. Now consoles aren't sounding so cost effective, but many times specific console exclusive games come out on the PC. So besides the initial price, the cost isn't a problem. Okay, who am I kidding? Whether it comes to consoles or PC, I'm always chasing the best and the newest that's coming out at the time. Now there's the point of for collectability purposes. PC games you can collect, as there's big box PC games or just the little jewel cases, but many times the games are digital only, coming from all different systems. Then you have the problem of many of the newer PC cases don't even have disk drives, so if you're wanting to collect the physical copy games, then that is something that you also need to think about. And lastly, there are many consoles to choose from versus one PC that can encase all of those games. So for space-saving purposes, a gaming PC would make more sense, as most people already have some sort of computer or at least a laptop taking up space in the first place. So being it a gaming PC doesn't actually take up any more space. Whereas the consoles, when you're getting a new console each generation, you're not going to want to throw the old one out because you can still play those games on it. Or maybe that's just me being of a collector mindset. I'm not going to want to get rid of the older generation console and that group of games. Basically, I don't know if I could choose. But if I absolutely had to, in a life or death situation, choose between console or PC, I reluctantly would have to choose my PC. I would miss my consoles and games terribly, but in the end, the main reason for my decision is the display and customization options of PC gaming. Another thing that I would definitely miss is modding and fixing the consoles. though I absolutely have a love-hate relationship with it, as there's always something else going wrong. I have a lot of plans in the works and a lot more videos coming out soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what you would prefer, console versus PC gaming. And try not to start a gaming war in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and of course subscribe for more videos to come.